On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Celebrate.
To acknowledge a memorable or good day or event with a social gathering or enjoyable activity.
Examples:
Celebrate his election. Celebrate Christmas. He celebrated the 10th anniversary of his tenure.
Anniversary.
The annual recurrence of a date marking a notable event, a date on which an event occurred in a previous year.
Examples:
Anniversary celebration. A bicentennial anniversary. They celebrated their 10th anniversary with a romantic dinner.
Coma.
A state of prolonged unconsciousness, typically caused by severe injury or illness, during which a person is unresponsive and lacks awareness of their surroundings.
Examples:
Medical coma. Medically induced coma. Unfortunately, the accident left him in a deep coma.
Lung.
Either of the two organs in the chest that people and some animals use for breathing.
Examples:
Lung capacity. Do lung transplantation. He has terminal lung cancer.
Transplant.
To move or transfer something from one place or person to another, to take living tissue or an organ from one person, animal, part of the body, etc., and put it into or onto another.
Examples:
Transplant a heart. Transplant my family to America. He tried to transplant the seedling into a larger pot.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
Insane.
Extremely stupid, crazy, or dangerous, mentally ill.
Examples:
Go insane with pleasure. An insane scheme. Her excessive demands drove me insane.
Opera.
A drama set to music, in which the words are sung rather than spoken.
Examples:
Ballad opera. Opera performance. She loves going to the opera house and hearing the beautiful music.
Diagnose.
To determine or distinguish the nature of a problem or an illness through a careful analysis.
Examples:
Diagnose the problem. Diagnose with CT scans. This device is used to diagnose brain cancer and other tumors.
Idiopathy.
A disease or medical condition that arises spontaneously or for which the cause is unknown, a condition or disorder that is peculiar to an individual or small group of individuals.
Examples:
The patient's case of idiopathy. The idiopathy of her condition. As a medical researcher, he dedicated his career to understanding the causes of idiopathy in autoimmune diseases.
Pulmonary.
Relating to the lungs or the respiratory system.
Examples:
Pulmonary embolism. Pulmonary function test. The patient was admitted to the hospital with pulmonary hypertension.
Hypertension.
A medical condition characterized by abnormally high blood pressure in the arteries, often leading to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, and other health problems.
Examples:
Hypertension rate. Arterial hypertension. To lower hypertension, it is important to maintain a healthy diet and exercise regularly.
pH.
A measure of the acidity or alkalinity of a substance, on a scale of 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral, lower values indicating greater acidity, and higher values indicating greater alkalinity.
Examples:
pH value of 7. pH scale. The pH level of this soil is too acidic for these types of plants.
Vein.
A blood vessel that carries blood from various parts of the body back to the heart, a mineral deposit or layer of rock that is contained within another rock formation.
Examples:
Spider vein. Collapsed vein. The nurse inserted the needle into the vein in his arm to draw blood.
Overtime.
Time worked beyond the regular or agreed upon hours of work, often resulting in additional pay or compensation for the employee.
Examples:
Overtime hours. Overtime work. The company's policy on overtime states that employees will be compensated for any additional hours worked.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Physic.
A medicine or drug used to treat or alleviate illnesses, the practice of medicine or healing.
Examples:
Herbal physic. Physic garden. The doctor suggested a dose of physic to help with his digestive issues.
Specialize.
To become an expert in a specific career field, study, or business.
Examples:
Specialize in childcare. Specialize in market research. The restaurant has chefs who specialize in beef.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Aria.
A song that is performed solo by a singer in an opera or oratorio, often with instrumental accompaniment.
Examples:
Aria singer. Dramatic aria. The soprano performed an emotional aria that brought the audience to tears.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Emphatic.
Expressing something forcibly and clearly, done or said with emphasis.
Examples:
Emphatic victory. Emphatic tone. The coach was emphatic in his instructions to the players before the big game.
Obituary.
A notice of someone's death, often appearing in a newspaper or online, a published account of someone's life and achievements after their death.
Examples:
Obituary notice. Obituary column. The man's obituary was published in the local newspaper.
Physically.
In a way related to a person's body or appearance rather than their mind.
Examples:
Physically and mentally. Stay physically fit. Having a physically healthy physique is essential for a great life.
Cord.
A strong, thick, or thin thread or rope, a piece of plastic-coated wire used to transport electricity to a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Spinal cord. Electrical cord. Your spinal cord is located deep within your body.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Transcendent.
Going beyond the limits of ordinary experience or knowledge, surpassing the usual or expected, exalted or sublime.
Examples:
Transcendent wisdom, transcendent joy. The transcendent beauty of the Grand Canyon took his breath away.
Hunch.
To lean forward or arch one's back in a way that suggests a feeling of suspicion or uncertainty. To have a feeling or presentiment that something is true or likely to happen, without evidence or explicit proof.
Examples:
Hunch against the rain. Hunch up the shoulders. I hunch over my computer all day, and my back aches after a while.
Toast.
Slices of bread browned on both sides that have been put near a high heat, a drink in honor of or to the health of a person or even.
Examples:
Drink a toast. Slice of toast. We made a toast with everyone.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Meaningful.
Having meaning, function, or purpose, serious, significant, or worthwhile.
Examples:
A meaningful outcome. Make the accord meaningful. She cast a meaningful glance at me.
Trade-off.
A balance achieved between two desirable but incompatible features, an exchange that occurs as a compromise.
Examples:
Trade-off problem. Environmental trade-off. There was a trade-off between speed and accuracy in the task.
Broth.
A liquid in which meat, fish, or vegetables have been cooked, used as a base for soups and stews.
Examples:
Chicken broth. Remains of broth. I always add a bit of broth to my soup to give it more flavor.
Adoring.
Showing great love, adoration, or admiration.
Examples:
Adoring fans. Adoring smile. She looked at her husband with adoring eyes.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Altitude.
The height of an object or point in relation to sea level or ground level.
Examples:
The meridian altitude. Low altitude. The plane flew at a high altitude to avoid turbulence.
Exacerbate.
To make a situation, problem, or feeling worse.
Examples:
Exacerbate the situation. Exacerbate symptoms. The heat wave exacerbated the drought conditions.
Symptom:
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Enroll:
To officially register or sign up for something, particularly a course of study, an organization, or a service.
Examples:
Enroll at a college. Enroll in a school. I need to enroll in a cooking class to improve my culinary skills.
Conservatory:
A place where plants are grown and cultivated, often for scientific or educational purposes. A school or institution that provides training in music, dance, or other performing arts.
Examples:
Conservatory of music. Conservatory plant. The conservatory program offered advanced training in acting and theater production.
Opt:
To make a choice from a range of possibilities.
Examples:
Opt out of society. Opt for a traditional wedding. I decided to opt for premature retirement.
Heel:
The rounded back part of the foot below the ankle. Someone who is morally reprehensible. Verb, to follow someone or something.
Examples:
Heel bone. Heel wrestler. She wore high heels to the party.
Vegan:
A person who does not eat or use any animal products, typically for ethical or environmental reasons.
Examples:
Raw food vegan. Vegan lifestyle. The vegan diet is based on plant-based foods.
Dose:
A quantity or amount of medicine or a drug that is taken or administered at one time, typically measured out in specific units, a similar measure of exposure to a harmful substance or radiation.
Examples:
Dose adjustment. Daily dose. She took the recommended dose of medication to treat her headache.
Sildenafil:
A medication primarily used to treat erectile dysfunction and pulmonary arterial hypertension, sold under the brand name Viagra, which works by relaxing muscles and increasing blood flow to specific areas of the body.
Examples:
Sildenafil citrate. Sildenafil dosage. Some studies have explored sildenafil therapy as a potential treatment for certain heart conditions in addition to its use for erectile dysfunction.
Alternative:
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples.
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Therapy.
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples.
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples.
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Barely.
Just enough, hardly, with great difficulty or effort.
Examples.
Barely noticeable. Barely finished. I barely made it to the meeting on time, rushing from another appointment across town.
Faint.
Not strong, clear, or vigorous, slight or weak.
Examples.
Faint memory. Faint aroma of roses. She heard a faint, nearly invisible scream.
Catheter.
A thin, flexible tube that is inserted into a body cavity, duct, or vessel to drain fluid, inject medication, or perform a medical procedure.
Examples.
Insert catheter. Urinary catheter. After the surgery, the patient was required to wear a catheter for several days.
Internal.
Of or relating to the inside of something.
Examples.
Internal organs. The internal economy. The Prime Minister cancelled visits to other countries to resolve internal disputes.
Artery.
One of the thick tubes in humans and most other animals that takes blood away from the heart to one or more parts of the body such as tissues, lungs, brain, etc.
Examples.
Artery blockage. Risk of coronary artery disease. Continuous consumption of fatty foods leads to the hardening of the artery.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples.
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Treatment.
The way in which someone deals with or behaves towards someone or something, medical care provided to a patient for an injury or illness.
Examples.
First aid treatment. Treatment by diet. The primary purpose of the treatment is pain relief.
Insert.
To put something inside something else.
Examples:
Insert coin. Insert a graphic. She inserted a new chapter into her manuscript.
Attach.
To fasten, join, or connect one thing to another.
Examples:
Attach firmly. Attach a file to an email. He does not attach importance to these rumors.
Pump.
To cause water, air, gas, etc. to move from one place to another by using mechanical equipment, to get or supply something such as money, information, etc. in significant quantities.
Examples:
Pump a secret out of success. Pump blood throughout the body. He was alert and could not pump any critical information out of him.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
Weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound. Thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Administrator.
A person or organization responsible for managing and directing the affairs of a business, institution, government agency, or other organization, someone who administers, regulates, or supervises.
Examples:
School administrator. Network administrator. The university's administrator announced new policies regarding campus safety.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Preferable.
More desirable or suitable than another option, more favored or favored over something else, better or more advantageous.
Examples:
Preferable option. Preferable solution. For most people, living in a quiet suburb is preferable to living in a busy city.
Peanut.
A type of legume that grows underground and is widely cultivated and consumed as a food source.
Examples:
Peanut butter. The seed of a peanut. Some people have severe allergies to peanuts and must avoid them completely.
Butt.
To strike or push something with the flat end of your hip or buttocks, to hit or knock forcefully. Noun, the remaining end of a smoked cigarette.
Examples:
but into several people. Cigarette butt. The goats often butt heads when they are fighting for dominance.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Metal.
A solid material that is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible, and ductile, with good electrical and thermal conductivity, and often used as a structural material, a conductor of heat or electricity, or for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Metal fabrication. Precious metal. The construction worker used a metal saw to cut through the stubborn sheet metal.
Detect.
To find or recognize something, especially something difficult to see, hear, etc.
Examples:
Detect a bad event. Detect smuggling across borders. The security camera has detected 4 intruders.
Bubble.
A thin, round, and often transparent mass of gas that is surrounded by a thin layer of liquid, a state of economic or social prosperity that is unsustainable and eventually collapses.
Examples:
Bubble in the champagne glass. Economic bubble. Many people worry that the current real estate market is a bubble that could burst soon.
Definitely.
Without any question and beyond doubt, clearly.
Examples:
Definitely become a problem. Say definitely. The paper is definitely worth reading thoroughly.
Godsend.
Something or someone that comes unexpectedly and is very helpful or beneficial.
Examples:
Godsend opportunity. A godsend for farmers. The extra funding for the project was a godsend and allowed us to complete it on time.
Debut.
The first public performance of an artist or actor.
Examples:
Debut on national TV. Debut performance. The debut album of the band was a success.
Problematic.
Full of difficulties, difficult to deal with or solve.
Examples:
A problematic situation. Seems to be highly problematic. Direct democracy is effective in quickly resolving problematic situations within a community.
Thigh.
The part of the human leg between the hip and the knee. In animals, the corresponding upper part of the hind leg.
Examples:
Thigh muscle. Chicken thigh. The marathon runner felt a cramp in her thigh at the 20th mile.
Girdle.
A belt or a band worn around the waist, often used for support or to shape or define the figure, a surrounding or enclosing structure or area.
Examples:
Decorative girdle, exercise girdle. She wore a beautiful dress that cinched at the waist with a girdle.
Ace.
A playing card with a single symbol or mark that is typically the highest in value or rank in a particular card game. A person who is very skilled or successful in a specific activity or field.
Examples:
Tennis ace, ace in the hole. He was an ace at playing poker and often won the game.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Elevator.
A mechanical device used for vertical transportation, typically in multi-story buildings, consisting of a compartmentalized platform that moves between floors.
Examples:
Elevator ride. Modern elevator. The hotel's elevator was out of order, so we had to take the stairs to our room on the 5th floor.
Rid.
To make someone or something free of unwanted or unpleasant tasks, objects, or person.
Examples:
Get rid of the rats. Rid the body of waste products. We must rid ourselves of pollution.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
Hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Unexpected.
Not anticipated or regarded as likely to happen.
Examples:
An unexpected visitor. Some unexpected events. The unexpected rainstorm caused the collapse of the corral.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Nightmare.
A very frightening or unpleasant dream.
Examples:
Have a nightmare. Nightmare situation. Life as a waiter was a big nightmare for him.
Costume.
A set of clothes worn by an actor in a play or film or by a person representing a particular character or occupation.
Examples:
Costume party. Costume change. She wore a beautiful costume for the play.
Graduated.
Having received a degree from a school, college, or university, marked with or divided into levels or degrees.
Examples:
Graduated taxation. Graduated flask. She was a graduated student of a prestigious university.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Fellowship.
An association of people who share common interests or goals, typically involving research, study, or a specific profession.
Examples:
Research fellowship. Postdoctoral fellowship. The Fellowship of Scientists worked together to conduct research and make important discoveries.
Conductor.
Someone who leads the performance of musicians or a piece of music. In physics, an object, substance, or material that readily allows the flow of electricity, heat, etc.
Examples:
Conductor directing a symphony. Oxide conductor. Diamonds are employed as thermal conductors as well.
Cast.
To cause light or shadow to appear on a surface, to assign or choose someone such as an actor or representative, especially by selection process.
Examples:
Cast a ballot. Cast a charming eye. This accident cast a dark shadow over their lives.
Commute.
To regularly travel a particular journey, especially between one's home and place of work. Noun, a regular journey of some distance to and from your place of work.
Examples:
Commute to work. Daily commute. He had to commute 2 hours each way to get to work.
Ugly.
Unattractive in appearance, unpleasant to look at.
Examples:
An ugly sound. Ugly building. The ugly truth was that he had been lying to her for months.
Unwanted.
Not wanted or desired.
Examples:
Unwanted attention. Unwanted guests. He threw away the unwanted items in his closet.
Maintenance.
The act or process of keeping something, either artificial materials or living things, in good condition. The money needed for a person's or family's living expenses.
Examples:
The maintenance of the car. Maintenance work. We have decided to extend our maintenance contract until next year.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
A pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Catastrophic.
Extremely harmful, causing physical or financial destruction.
Examples:
Victim of catastrophic injuries. Catastrophic climate change. The extinction rate of aquatic animals was catastrophic.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
Cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Entirely.
Completely.
Examples:
Entirely satisfied with the meal. He was entirely to blame. Later, his claim was found to be entirely false.
Articulate.
To express oneself clearly and effectively in spoken or written language.
Examples:
Articulate his position. Eloquently articulate. She was able to articulate her argument in the debate clearly.
Precipitate.
To cause something to happen suddenly or unexpectedly, to cause a solid substance to form from a dissolved liquid or gas by means of a chemical reaction or physical process.
Examples:
Precipitate a reaction. Precipitate a global energy crisis. The sudden rainstorm will precipitate flooding in low-lying areas.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Funeral.
A ceremony or ritual honoring and remembering a deceased person, typically involving the burial or cremation of the body, a gathering or service to mourn the loss of someone who has died.
Examples:
Funeral arrangements. Funeral service. The somber funeral procession went through the streets, with mourners walking behind the hearse.
Cancel.
To decide that a previously scheduled activity will not take place.
Examples:
Cancel a class. Cancel a free subscription trial. When customers cancel their reservations, they lose the deposit they made.
Engagement.
A mutual promise to marry someone, an agreement to do something, especially at a particular time.
Examples.
A prior engagement. Break off an engagement. They selected a gorgeous diamond engagement ring.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples.
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Drag.
To pull or haul with force.
Examples.
Drag a chair over. Drag a team down. He dragged the heavy suitcase behind him as he walked.
Cab.
A taxi or other vehicle that can be hired for transportation, the compartment from which a vehicle, such as a train or truck, is driven.
Examples.
Taxi cab. Yellow cab. I hailed a cab to take me to the airport.
Desert.
Arid land with little or no vegetation, often covered with sand or rocks.
Examples.
Desert basin. Oasis in the desert. This region is predominantly desert.
Valve.
A device for controlling the flow of a fluid or gas through a pipe or duct by means of a movable part that opens, closes, or restricts the opening.
Examples.
Electromagnetic valve. Valve control. The valve on the pipeline was leaking, so maintenance had to shut it off to make repairs.
Snap.
To record on photographic film, to make a sudden, sharp sound. Noun, the act of catching an object with the hands.
Examples.
Snap a whip. Snap judgment. She snapped a quick picture of the beautiful sunset before it disappeared.
Ounce.
A unit of weight equal to approximately 28 grams.
Examples.
Ounce weight. Have an ounce of confidence. 1 ounce of gold is worth much money.
Apartment.
A self-contained living unit within a larger building or complex, typically consisting of one or more rooms or an open space used for living, cooking, and sleeping.
Examples.
Rented apartment. Furnished apartment. I am seeking a spacious apartment with a balcony and a parking spot.
Crawl.
To move forward slowly, as people or animals with their bodies near the ground.
Examples.
Crawl across the floor. Crawl away from a car. Along the gravel roads, sizable yellow school buses crawl.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Anticipate.
To expect or predict that something will happen, to tell in advance.
Examples:
Anticipate your kind cooperation. Anticipate a black future. We anticipate heavy snowfall tomorrow.
Signature.
A person's name, often handwritten, written in a distinctive way as a form of identification or authorization, a distinctive feature or characteristic that is a hallmark or identifying mark of something or someone.
Examples:
Signature dish. Artist's signature. The lawyer confirmed that the signature on the contract was genuine.
Hive.
A structure for the reception and habitation of bees, either built by people or made by the bees themselves, a place swarming people.
Examples:
Honeybees in hives. A hive of activity. Bees were buzzing around the hive.
Rash.
Any red spot of the skin caused by a disease or reaction to something. Adjective, marked by defiance and not caring about risk or consequences.
Examples:
Develop a rash. Prevent diaper rash. The strong sunlight brought her out in an itchy rash.
Medication.
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Scared.
Afraid or frightened.
Examples:
Scared all the time. Scared dog. I'm scared of insects.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Challenging.
Difficult, demanding, or requiring a high degree of skill or effort, presenting a difficult problem or obstacle.
Examples:
Challenging task. Mentally challenging. The advanced math problem was challenging, but the student was determined to solve it.
Surgery.
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
STEM.
The central part of something from which other parts can develop or grow, the part of a word common to all its inflected variants. Verb, to grow out of, have roots in, or originate in.
Examples:
Stem from a belief. The stem of a matchstick. A rose has thorns on its stem.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Advantage.
A condition or circumstance that puts one in a favorable or superior position, a beneficial feature or asset that someone or something has.
Examples:
Score an advantage. Take advantage of his weak points. One of the main advantages of the new product is its increased efficiency.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Evaluate.
To assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples:
Evaluate the grant proposal. Evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Enthusiastically.
In a way that shows intense and eager enjoyment, interest, or approval.
Examples:
Enthusiastically applauded. Discuss enthusiastically. The study participants enthusiastically participated in the discussion, showing genuine interest.
Surgeon.
A doctor who is trained to perform medical operations that involve cutting open a person's body.
Examples:
An excellent brain surgeon. Army surgeon. He is a skilled surgeon that has many years of training and experience.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Verbal.
Expressed in spoken rather than written words.
Examples:
Verbal communication. Verbal abuse. The candidate must have excellent verbal skills.
Swoop.
To rapidly or forcefully descend upon something or someone from a great height or distance, to rush or pounce upon.
Examples:
Swoop down the water slide. Swoop up the escalator. The eagle swooped down from the sky to catch its prey.
Confucian.
Relating to the teachings and beliefs of the Chinese philosopher Confucius and his followers.
Examples:
Confucian rites. Confucian ethics. Confucian values such as filial piety and respect for elders still strongly influence many Asian cultures.
Severely.
Very badly or seriously.
Examples:
Severely burned arm. Criticize him severely. Her company was severely affected by the bank's failure.
Edema.
The abnormal accumulation of fluid in the body's tissues, causing swelling and often resulting from an underlying medical condition or injury.
Examples:
Edema swelling. Pulmonary edema. The patient was diagnosed with peripheral edema, a tissue fluid buildup.
Ankle.
The part or joint connecting the foot to the leg.
Examples:
Ankle injury. Pair of ankle boots. He accidentally sprained his ankle playing squash.
Attractive.
Immensely appealing in look or sound, having characteristics or qualities that make something appealing and valuable.
Examples:
Attractive men. Attractive opportunity. The growth of the sharing economy is attractive for tech companies.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Agon.
A contest or competition, typically one in which participants exert themselves physically or mentally to achieve victory or surpass others.
Examples:
Emotional agon. An agon of creativity. The weightlifting competition brought together athletes from different countries for an international agon.
Enthusiastic.
Having or showing great excitement, interest, or eagerness, energetic or passionate about something.
Examples:
Enthusiastic football fan. Enthusiastic audience. She was enthusiastic about starting her new job.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
organ bleeding, damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Blanket.
A large piece of soft material used to cover or wrap a person or thing to keep them warm. Adjective, broad in scope or content.
Examples:
blanket authority, blanket scarf. The electric blanket keeps me warm on cold nights.
Apocalyptic.
Describing severe damage and destruction in past or future events, or the end of the world.
Examples:
apocalyptic event, have apocalyptic overtones. The apocalyptic landscape of burnt-out villages and bombed-out ruins spread out before them.
Flatline.
To experience a cessation of electrical activity in the heart or other vital organs, leading to a loss of function and potential death, to cease or level off, as in an economic trend or another line graph, at a low or bottomed out point.
Examples:
flatline over the past few quarters. Before the patient's heart flatline. The patient's heart rate suddenly flatlined, requiring immediate resuscitation.
Quart.
A unit of capacity or volume equal to 2 pints or approximately 0.946 liters, a container that holds such a specified amount.
Examples:
quart bottle, chilled quart. We must buy a quart of milk from the store before closing.
Infuse.
To fill something with a particular quality, feeling, or influence, to imbue.
Examples:
infuse with spirit, infuse life with meaning. She infused fresh herbs into the soup for added flavor.
Oversize.
Larger than the normal or standard size.
Examples:
oversized tire, oversized bag. The oversized jacket was too big for her, but she still wore it because she liked the style.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
a bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Ravage.
To cause damage to something badly.
Examples:
ravage a country. Ravage the brain. A large fire ravaged the forest.
Destroy.
To ruin or damage severely or completely, to eradicate or eliminate completely.
Examples:
Destroy the ecosystem. Destroyed evidence. The building was destroyed in the fire and had to be rebuilt.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples.
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Ditch.
A long, narrow, and shallow depression or channel that is dug into the ground. Verb, to throw away.
Examples.
Agricultural ditch. Ditch my career. The farmers used ditches to drain water from their fields.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples.
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples.
Recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Perseverance.
Steadfastness in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success.
Examples.
Unwavering perseverance. Dogged perseverance. Despite facing numerous setbacks and obstacles, his perseverance and determination led him to success.
Grit.
Very small pieces of stone or sand, mental toughness and determination or perseverance in the face of challenges or obstacles.
Examples.
Grit determination. Grit washer. She has a lot of grit and determination to succeed.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples.
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Packaging.
The process, materials, or container used to wrap or contain a product for distribution, storage, or sale. The design or appearance of a product's packaging.
Examples.
Packaging materials. Biodegradable packaging. The packaging for the fragile items was made of sturdy materials and could withstand rough handling during shipping.
Faulty.
Having a defect or flaw that affects performance or operation.
Examples.
Faulty equipment. Make a faulty diagnosis. The faulty wiring caused a power outage.
Negate.
To make something ineffective or null, to deny the truth of something.
Examples.
Negate the possibility. Negate the existing system. Drinking may negate the beneficial effects of the drug.
Pursue.
To do something or attempt to attain something over time, to follow or seek someone or something, especially in trying to catch them.
Examples:
Pursue a goal. Pursue freedoms. She intends to pursue a political career.
Passion.
Intense, driving, or overpowering feeling or conviction.
Examples:
Passion hobby. Passion drive. Her passion for cooking is evident in every dish she prepares.
Audit.
An official inspection of the accounting procedures and records of business by a trained accountant or CPA that is independent of the subject, a methodical inspection or review of a specific condition or situation.
Examples:
Audit the books. Audit accounts. Our company will be audited by an accountant next week.
Preoccupied.
Having one's thoughts or attention absorbed by something, busy.
Examples:
Preoccupied idea. Preoccupied with other things. He was preoccupied with work and didn't notice me.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Grateful.
Feeling or showing an appreciation of kindness, thankful.
Examples:
A grateful breeze. Put a grateful expression. She was grateful for the help he provided.
Niece.
A daughter of one's sibling, brother-in-law, or sister-in-law.
Examples:
A bouncing niece. Play with her niece. My niece is a talented artist who has won several awards for her drawings.
Nephew.
A son of your brother or sister.
Examples:
3-year-old nephew. Nieces and nephews. My nephew is 8 months old and still being breastfed.
Rocky.
Full of or abounding in rocks, of, relating to, or made of rock.
Examples:
Rocky terrain. Rocky relationship. The rocky road made it difficult to drive on.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Divorce.
The legal dissolution of a marriage.
Examples:
Divorce settlement. A consensual divorce. The couple decided to get a divorce after many years of marriage.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Lee.
The side or part that is sheltered or facing away from the wind or the direction from which the wind is blowing. A position or location protected from the full force or effects of something, particularly the wind.
Examples:
A natural lee. The lee of the building. The hiker found a calm spot in the lee of the mountain to set up camp.